Can you guess how many enemies Machine Gun Kelly has made during his time in the music industry? He's always been a controversial artist, but these days he's getting a lot more backlash than usual, and not just for his relationship with Megan Fox. So in this video, we're counting down the top 10 celebrities who tried to warn us about Machine Gun Kelly. Number 10, Eminem. To set the scene for this feud, we have to go back a decade. In 2012, MGK tweeted about Eminem's daughter, 16-year-old Haley Mathers, and it wasn't exactly what any father would want to see. He said, "Okay, so I just saw a picture of Eminem's daughter, and I have to say she is hot as F." MGK later claimed that Eminem blacklisted him from several radio stations because of that tweet. The two rappers went on to diss each other on a number of different tracks, including Eminem's Not Alike, where he goes on to criticize the rapper's comments about his daughter. But the diss tracks reached a whole new level when MGK, who was still a newcomer in rap at the time, released a song titled Rap Devil, calling Eminem sober and bored and making fun of his age. After a lot of back and forth, Eminem completely obliterated him in an interview. He said, "Like, I'm trying to hinder his career. I don't give an F about your career. You think I actually effing think about you? You know how many effing rappers are better than you? You're not even in the effing conversation." So with all things considered, that was a pretty epic burn. Number 9, Megan Fox. Over the weekend, Megan hinted at their breakup on Instagram when she posted a video of an envelope being burned in a fire pit, and she wrote, "You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath." So naturally, everyone thought that she was talking about infidelity. She then unfollowed her fiancé and wiped all of the photographs and videos of them from her Instagram page, including a post announcing their engagement in January of 2022. She also followed Eminem, who's publicly feuded with MGK for years. When news of their potential breakup hit the internet, so did a lot of disturbing theories about their relationship. Some fans even believe that Megan might be a victim of domestic violence. Someone tweeted, "What breaks my heart is that Megan Fox tried to show what was happening and asked for help so many times, and she was mocked, laughed at, and called weird. I am truly so happy she left. I hope she's safe." The evidence for this theory is that in one of the photos she posted, there is a domestic violence poster in the background. Others pointed to the fact that she showed up to the Grammys party with a broken wrist and a concussion, but clearly those are still only assumptions. Number 8, G-Eazy. This feud really started as more of a complicated love triangle. While G-Eazy was dating Halsey, MGK exposed some intimate details about his prior relationship with her. When Kelly went on The Breakfast Club in 2018 and made those disparaging comments about the singer, it was pretty clear that G-Eazy was not having it. The admission was also a big deal because it was the first time either musician publicly acknowledged that their relationship had been more than platonic. When Halsey got wind of the interview, she immediately made it clear how pathetic she thought he was. But the feud didn't exactly start there, as 1 month before the interview, G-Eazy dropped the track Bad Boy, which includes the lyrics, "MGK, please stop trolling me, get over me. You wanna be me, you're mad that you're not as big as me. I'm everywhere, I'm your nightmare, you can't get rid of me." Hours later, Machine Gun Kelly dropped his freestyle rebuttal online, saying, "The only easy I F with is E. I F'd his girl, now turn that frat rap off, I get sick of hearing." He also accused Eazy of copying his style by bleaching his hair blonde and wearing an earring. But by 2019, the rappers had overcome their feud because Eazy invited Kelly on stage to perform with him at a nightclub in Las Vegas. Number 7, Halsey. The rapper was linked to Halsey in March of 2017 when they were spotted at the beach together. Photos of their tropical outing resurfaced in July of 2018, which led Halsey to deny these dating rumors. 2 months after she debunked their relationship, MGK confirmed that they weren't dating, but they had previously been intimate. The rapper seems to be consistently embroiled in a series of gross, tedious, and self-promotional feuds with other rappers, but he was also unable to be respectful to his ex and not discuss their private business on air. He went on the Breakfast Club radio show for an interview that was hosted by DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlemagne the God. At the time, Halsey's boyfriend G-Eazy was already taking shots at him through his music, so when Charlemagne inquired if MGK really smashed Halsey, he just said yes. Now, if you think that he might respond to that question with "none of your business," he did no such thing, and it was incredibly disrespectful. So how did Halsey respond to this mess? She tweeted, "How absolutely pathetic." But the singer seems to be doing great these days, and she recently welcomed a baby with her screenwriter boyfriend Alev Aydin. Number 6, Corey Taylor. If you're a rock or metal fan, chances are you've heard of at least something about the feud that's been going on between Slipknot's Corey Taylor and MGK. The beef started in February last year when Corey did an interview where he dissed the rapper's change in musical genre. He said, "I hate all of new rock for the most part. Well, the artist who failed in one genre and decided to go rock, and I think he knows who he is. But that's another story. Not long after, both artists performed at the Riot Fest, and MGK took a swing at Corey on stage. He said, "Hey, you wanna know what I'm really happy I'm not doing? Being 50 years old wearing an effing weird mask on an effing stage." The diss immediately went viral online, and people were criticizing Kelly left and right for his comments. He tried to defend himself and claimed that he was just responding to Corey's criticism. He also revealed that the rock star had recorded a verse for his album Tickets to My Downfall that he didn't end up using, and he accused him of being bitter over the situation. Then the Slipknot vocalist fired back and said that he doesn't like airing his private business like a child, and he came with receipts against Kelly's claims. It was truly a mic drop moment. Number 5, Conor McGregor. The UFC star got into an altercation with MGK that nearly turned physical. The two of them were on the MTV Video Music Awards red carpet when things escalated very quickly. In the video footage of the incident, McGregor could be seen lunging at Kelly, who was held back by security guards and his girlfriend Megan Fox. Seconds later, the fighter was escorted away, but not before he threw a cocktail in Kelly's direction. So what happened? Well, according to TMZ, McGregor walked up to say hello, asking for a photo. Kelly then said something inaudible and he was rebuffed with a shove, spilling some of McGregor's drink in the process. Then MGK's security attempted to push him away, and that's when the fight broke out. Although the UFC fighter's spokesperson came out with a statement claiming that he did not ask anyone for a picture, nor did he instigate the incident. For his part, McGregor downplayed the situation in an interview with Entertainment Tonight, saying that he just showed up and that he doesn't know what happened. He said, "I only fight real fighters, people that actually fight. I certainly don't fight little vanilla ice white rappers. I don't even know the guy. I don't know anything about him except that he's with Megan Fox," which is a pretty solid diss. Number 4, Jeff Lewis. This feud could also be put down to friendly neighborhood rivalry, but it also highlighted just how much of a nightmare it would be if you had MGK living next door. It all started on Sirius XM's Radio Andy show when Jeff Lewis called out Machine Gun Kelly as the local troublemaker in his neighborhood. Lewis exposed his not so neighborly behavior, and he said, "Now, I have no issue with this guy, but there's tension brewing. It's actually going to turn into the movie Neighbors, and he's Zac Efron, which means I'm effing Seth Rogen." Lewis then took a swing at Kelly's hardcore lifestyle. He said, "I've learned a lot about him. At 5 p.m, that to them is day drinking. He had a big cake in the shape of a guitar. They still park in front of the fire hydrant. They park in front of people's driveways. I think they're so effed up that they just stop the car wherever it lands." But despite the criticism, Lewis insists that he doesn't hate the rapper and his friends. It's only his other neighbors that do, because they complain about him all the time. But before the feud escalated, he sent a bottle of Dom Perignon to Lewis as a friendly truce, and said, "I wish we could have had a chance to meet. If you ever need anything, just come knocking. Cheers, neighbor." Number 3, Matt Heafy. The vocalist and guitarist of Trivium inserted himself into the beef between MGK and Slipknot, referencing Kelly's comments about Corey Taylor being 50 years old wearing a weird mask on stage. Matt tweeted, "I'd like to formally diss Machine Gun Kelly for being 31 years old wearing an effing 16-year-old pop punk cosplay identity on an effing stage," basically saying that he did not really belong in the rock genre and was only wearing punk clothing as a kind of costume. He then called him Squirt Gun Smelly and wrote, "I never thought about him till he took a shot at Slipknot, who are a band who paved the way for bands like mine, thousands of bands like mine. Squirt Gun is a clout chaser, and even though it's all a PR stunt, a shot at Slipknot needs addressing." Then in a sarcastic follow-up tweet he wrote, "I'd like to publicly apologize for my tasteless comments about MGK. I just found out he's been afflicted by the Ligma variant. It's really getting real out here. Thoughts and prayers, homie." So Matt was just another one of the musicians who sided with Slipknot in their feud with MGK. Number 2, Sommer Ray. The model has opened up about the way her relationship with Machine Gun Kelly ended, and she made the bombshell claim that he started dating Megan Fox while they were still together. The two of them dated for 3 months until they split up at the end of April 2020, but she claims that while Megan and Kelly were filming Midnight in the Switchgrass, she was actually still dating him. She went on Logan Paul's podcast and said, "He did kind of cheat on me with Megan Fox if you look at the timeline. I waited in the hotel the whole time while he's filming with her, and I'm not really thinking anything of it. I thought she was older and had kids and she was married and stuff, but it wasn't the so-called cheating that got her so fired up." Sommer actually said that she was way more upset by the way that MGK exploited the end of their relationship on Twitter. She went on to say that she got death threats for weeks and weeks after that from his cult following, and revealed that when she confronted him about why she wasn't allowed on set for his music video for Bloody Valentine, he blamed it on restrictions, before she later found out that Megan Fox was his romantic interest for the video, which is pretty bad when you think about it. And coming in at number 1, Miller McCormick. Machine Gun Kelly's film, originally called Good News, wasn't sitting well with the brothers of the late rapper Mac Miller. Kelly played the lead role in the film, a tortured rapper whose story takes inspiration from the arcs of such contemporary artists like Mac Miller, Lil Peep, Pop Smoke, and Juice WRLD. But in response to the announcement, Miller shared a social media message seemingly criticizing the project. He said, "F you, F your movie, at least change the title." He was particularly annoyed with the movie's title, as Good News was Mac's first single from his January 2020 album Circles. The movie also alluded to the tragedy that was a late rapper's death in 2018 due to illicit substances at age 26. In response, the production company issued a statement saying, "Our film is about a fictional musician on the rise with a troubled life. It's not in any way a biopic or based on any artist's true life. We realize the title, which was intended as an homage to Mac Miller and other artists gone too soon, feels disrespectful." The title was then changed to Taurus and released earlier last year, although it's clear that Miller still didn't appreciate Kelly's on-screen portrayal of his brother at all. Well, that's everything that we have on the list for this video. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.